Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Susie at First Roll Flat here, and today I'm going to show you my Traveller's Notebook altered envelope junk journal flip flap thingy. So starting straight in, this will be going onto Etsy very shortly, again with a pen holder, which I love because you can never find one when you need one. So you just twist the diamond on the top and twist the other way to close it. So here, as you can see, it's a Traveller's Notebook size, standard size. I think that's somewhere around 4.5 or 5 by 8, somewhere around there. I've got lots and lots of lace and lace motifs, lace on the edge here. This is all machine stitched onto that and collaged over this paper, which I think was 13 Arts Roses. Here I've got a layered corrugated card, a real postage stamp, a die cut frame, another lace motif, netting. I think that was a little bit of muslin, some tiny pearls, butterfly, turning to the back, and as you can see it's a pamphlet stitch. Turning to the back, more lace motifs here. Another one, collaged roses, and this is 2 torn pockets. So these are cut from scrapbook paper, a roses collection. I think it was a French collection by Crowther's Companion. Lovely quality, heavyweight scrapbook paper. Even more lace here, and these bookmarks can just slip into wherever you want to keep them. Right, bound with a really pretty rose pink satin ribbon, and this runs all the way underneath both of the pockets, and that's straight through here and then underneath to that side, and then ties in a bow. Right, so here, opening it up, as you can see I've got scalloped lace. Actually it was a long straight piece, and what I've done is catch stitched at each scallop to make it come in and make an indent, and then that's also layered with more lace and little motifs. That's a little bit of washi tape and the lining to an envelope. All of this is an envelope which I've then covered with another piece of the scrapbook paper to give it a lot of firmness. You can just see there that it's lined, and then here I've got a tuck spot. So there's the tag that goes in the tuck spot. This is cut from my one of my master boards, so a little bit of organza here to make a ruffle, and a plain writing surface on the back with coffee dyed paper, a little bit of washi tape and another motif. So that pops in there, and this writing spot is layered papers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a mixture of coffee dyed and scrapbook papers with a really pretty gingham bow, and again that makes the writing surface at the back. So that one just tucks into the side pocket here quite nicely, and it would help if I took the tag out again so I can see where I'm going. Right, so that pops into that side and that pops back in there. So this is the journal section, coffee dyed papers. So again, this is a vintage sheet music which I've coffee dyed and then used one of those lace mats and dried in the sun, which gives you the pattern. This is a paper clip which I've made and promptly looped around the top of the paper, so I just better pull that away carefully. So as you can see, that's been collaged, lace, little lace tie at the top. It's a covered paper clip, so it just that little section shows, and this is hidden. So this can go in sideways, it can go in this way. whichever way you'd like it to go. So I'm going to put it in sideways this time because I don't want it catching on those perforations. So that can just pop in there. Right, so there's the scrapbook paper, which I've stenciled on this side. A little cluster of a decal and some buttons and some of the embroidered very, very fine net. This side, this is a tea dye paper. Again, a little ruffle with sari silk on top of lace. So you can just see the picot edging on that side. This is 2 pockets, so these shape tacks come out, which I've punched out of scrapbook paper. So that's a double layered pocket with more of the same die cuts from this, which was a kit which I think was from Tattered Lace, Cherry Blossom. Anyway, these are backed onto tea card, tea paper for writing. This is actually stamped. That's some more of the Cherry Blossom, but that's actually a little piece of torn corrugated card which I've then just dabbed into an ink pad and then used it to stamp with, so that makes some lines for writing. So here we have another little paper clip. This time I've curled the end, and that's another hidden one, but this is with the coffee dye paper doubled over, so that's become a little pocket inside. Amazing. And again, you could write on the back if you wanted to. So that was doubled over and hidden around, and then I've got a little satin rose, satin ribbon, some more buttons and some sari silk, and that tucks back in there. And then that will go wherever you want it to go and in what direction you want it to go in. So that's going to slip on this way, so they don't all face the same way. Right, coffee dyed paper, which I've made another pocket. Marshall Fleur, that's a little cluster with lace underneath, and 2 more tags in the same matching papers. Another scrapbooking paper, and this one is a very, very textured coffee dyed paper, again with the mats, so you can actually sort of feel it from both sides. And I've made another hidden paper clip this side, so this one is totally hidden on both sides, as you can see, and so to make that work, you just slide it on over the page, whichever page you'd like it to go on to. So that can just pop back there, and I used a paper punch to create the fancy edging there. Right, again I've used a bit of corrugated card to stamp the paper. Another coffee dyed page, and this time I've made the tiniest belly band in the world just to tuck these 2 flowers in, and it's a lace covered pocket with another tag. So that pops in there, where it will do if I hold that up. There we are. That was a shaped tag, and then those 2, just the stems tuck in there. Right, again with the stenciling, or tea dyed paper, again stenciled, and then we come to one of the last pages, again the vintage sheet music with another tag tucked inside, and definitely pale enough for you to write on, and some lace. So that tucks into that pocket, and of course it's got more lace at the top tying it. So there we are, that is the final page with more lace and another applique there. Right, now this is the flap, the fold, the flap, and this little shape tag here. This is, I think, a graphic 45, I could be wrong. Again, I stamped on the back. So, and a lace edging. So this flips out. Right, so we've finished looking into the journal, so now we're looking at the flips and the flaps. I've just shown you these two pockets, so that opens out, and again I've got some little flowers. These are Tim Holtz flowers from, I think it's his wildflower collection, and these will just sit inside this circle, which I've made a cluster of with a little bit of lace and one of the Mamelock dies. These Mamelock are actually made today with the same method, the same dimensional impressions, the same glitter on the same Victorian machines that were first made back, what, in the 1800 and something. This is another one of theirs, and I just find it absolutely amazing. Right, if we twist back this way, that's another pocket which is lace edged, and this has a double tag in it, which I think is rather fun because it'll shake around, so you can have that on top or the other on top. So I've just added a little bit of inking around the edge. There you've got a paper doily. That's a rose that I've stamped and then coloured in myself. Die cut butterfly, and I've stamped with the same cherry blossom. That pops back in there. And as you can see, the envelope has a little bit of lace edging there. Right, so this is one of the first layers. So again, I've done a little tag with one of the matching decals from the earlier in the journal. This is some of my own stamping on one of my paste papers, and I've used the butterfly as a tuck spot. Then we have another tag which pops into there with the postage stamp, label, more of my paste papers, and that tucks into that one. Then that opens out, as you can see. Another tag, this is another one of my die cuts, shape tag. More doily, a Mamelock butterfly, silk decal, stamped on the back again with that same bit of corrugated lace, some stars stamped out of newsprint. I think that was actually a seed catalogue as far as I can see. Then I've made a doily envelope, so not only is that acting as a tag, oh, and lace on both sides, that opens out, and then you've got a double tuck pocket. So here we've got some tickets and some more little goodies in the back, little tags, again stamped on the back and inked. So I'll have that potting shed there, pop that one in the front so it doesn't get lost, and that little beautiful day ticket on the left. So that just closes up. So this closes back again, and here you can see that's another hidden pocket with a larger tag where I've got some linen which has been scrunched up to make a little bit of a decoration, and some more lace, another of those lovely Mamelocks on a giant tag, and I've backed that with coffee dyed paper and again stamped with that piece of corrugated card and some butterflies. So that pops into there. Right, now this is the fun part, because this is where it starts to open up even more. So as I say, you're opening that first, then that second and close it, and then for the third flip we go this way. So of course with this envelope I've had to make another tag in that edge, So again with the stamping, again with another pocket. And again with a tuck spot. I absolutely love doing tuck spots and sort of tags within tags within tags. So that one then, well, we'll have it this way around this time. That will pop back into there. So then we're looking at this one. So in the top we've got a tag which has another tuck spot and a ticket and a little cut apart. That's the tiniest envelope you'll ever see in your life. My friend sent me that one. Thanks, Araceli. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so sweet. And I couldn't do anything as dinky as that myself. I couldn't if I even tried. Anyway, there I've punched a bit of paper, so that's popping back in there. You may recognise this as the same little dingle dangles that were on that other tag at the back. And that one pops into the top there. So as you can see, this was a window envelope. And I've glued it halfway here because there's another tag coming out of that side. So again, you'll recognise the paper from the same one at the back and this. And then that pops into that edge. I've done a lot of hidey holes in this one, which I thought were rather fun. So that's not the end. This opens out as well. Now come on, go in. You always did before. It's just being awkward now because it's on television, as it were. Right, so that opens out again that way. So this is a belly band with a double tag. That one is actually a little paper pad, coffee dyed paper, a little Maloc decal, a bow and some tea dyed papers, and then that's I've edge punched again. So you have one, two, three, four pages, if you count the top two, 6. Which you, of course you can write on if you wish, and then that tucks into that little pocket. And as you saw, a little arrangement of collage that side, and then that side, the other side of the pocket, and this was an absolute pain to cut out. Well, for me, I'm not good at fussy cutting. So choose what makes your heart bloom. It just goes with the garden theme. So again with the stamping and the corrugated card stamping. So that goes back into that belly band. And then we have another paper pad here, so that just slots over that little band which goes across. So you've got a writing surface here, and then you've got another paper flip. And the pages are all definitely pale enough that you can journal on them however you'd wish. So that pops in there. So you could either tuck the whole thing underneath, or as I've done, just the back page so that the top ones show. So that just feeds back in there. So flip that, flip that, flip that, flip that, and finally tie it with the satin ribbon. So I hope you enjoyed looking at this. It was a lot of fun to make. A little bit tricky in the planning at one point, I have to say. I'd put in one extra envelope and the thickness was just too much. It would not close nicely. So I actually had to take one out, which absolutely broke my heart. Anyway, there we are. As I say, I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it. It'll be up in Etsy soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to follow me, I'd be more than delighted. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye.